Well, hey, welcome to Let's Sit With This. I'm Kristen Calloway, a licensed therapist, and this is a place where we talk about hard things in a way that actually makes sense. More like chatting around a campfire than sitting in a therapist's office. Here we talk about getting through hard moments, healing old hurt, and growing into someone you're proud of. So pull up a chair, get comfy, and let's sit with this together. Well, hey, podcast family. I know it's been a while since I've posted anything, and I am sorry about that. Life has been lifing in some of the best ways. Yes, I'm swamped with work. I bite off more than I can chew. But as much as I detest the humidity and the ridiculous heat that we're having right now in Oklahoma, summer is my favorite time of year with my kids. My husband and I work really hard to make our backyard just really fun for our boys. And so summer is just, I don't want to be inside doing stuff. I want to be outside playing with them. So sorry that it's been a while. I think I also just needed a little bit of a break. And, you know, people, when they create podcasts in a planned out way, they probably plan out, when they're going to produce episodes and when they're going to take breaks. And we all know ADHD Kristen one day was like, I should start a podcast. I ordered a microphone off Amazon. It was the wrong one. Those episodes sounded horrible. That was embarrassing to take down. And I have just been winging it, right? So, learning as we go. But I had to come on here today because we have hit two really, really cool milestones that I had to come share with you guys. So first off, the podcast is over a year old. Not crazy? I launched my first episode June 10th, right? That was my intro trailer episode was June 10th of 2025. And today recording this and when I should be releasing it is July 7th of 2026. So we're a little over, but the podcast is just over a year old. She's out of her infancy, right? She's toddling around. And the other so cool milestone that I have just been watching the numbers climb and getting so excited for this point, there are over 1,000 downloads. Can you believe that? 1,000 downloads. It just blows my mind. And I just wanted to go over like, let's celebrate what this has turned into. I honestly had no expectations. First off, when I developed this, I thought that maybe like 5 people would listen to it, right? And I just like, when I look at all the information, it's just crazy. Okay, so in a year, I've put out 44 episodes. Well, yeah, that's a lot. 44 episodes. So let's talk about the locations of everywhere Let's Sit With This is being listened to. I'm based in North America, so obviously, this is being listened to in North America. 86% of the downloads are in North America, guys. That means 14% are in different countries and different continents, okay? So let's see here. 865 downloads in North America. Let's go. Okay. 13 downloads in South America. Are you kidding me? Europe with 27 downloads. Who in Europe is listening to this? This is so cool. 3 downloads in Africa. What? Okay. 86 downloads in Asia. Like, Asia, what's up? I just would love, the 6 degrees of Kevin Bacon. Like, man, how did I make it all the way over to Asia? And then I don't know when this got renamed, or maybe my rural Coloradoan education was subpar. Oceania, Australia, New Zealand, I guess and the islands down there, 7 downloads. Okay. So let's look at it. So United States is highest in the country. Singapore, Canada, Vietnam, Spain, Australia, the UK, South Korea, Argentina, Italy, Germany, Bangladesh, Brazil, Uzbekistan, Ukraine, Ecuador, Thailand, Egypt, Palestine, Colombia, Morocco, Costa Rica, Kosovo, Mexico, Oman, Panama, Bolivia, Venezuela. There's a lot of these. Wow. Japan, Jamaica, and Kazakhstan. Look at that. Interesting. And I just have to give a shout out, whoever is living in Ashburn, Virginia, thank you. You are the first city outside of Oklahoma with the most downloads. So thank you. And then somebody in Toronto, what? And somebody in Dallas and Houston and Columbus, like, oh, I just wish I could know. South Dakota. Okay, somebody in Madrid listened to 10 episodes. Come on. That's incredible. This is just so cool, you guys. I just get speechless when I see this. And I just wish I could look at all of you and say thank you. This has just meant the world to me that you guys are listening. I'm a regular person like everybody else. I have imposter syndrome about my job, and I struggle enough with some confidence in what I do and if I'm actually helpful. And I have had a lot of imposter syndrome when it comes to the podcast because it's not as polished. I don't have a production crew. It's me, myself, and I, either at my office or in my closet like I'm recording right now. I just do audio. I don't do video. It's just me rambling. And so I just really thought people wouldn't really listen. I thought I'd have a few clients, who just wanted to check it out, and to just see it get to this point is, thank you guys for the confidence this has given me. It just makes me speechless. So thank you. And first off, let me say, I don't think I've announced it in a few of the more recent podcast episodes, but I have a Google form that is linked in the show notes where you can anonymously submit feedback. You can submit podcast ideas of topics you'd want to hear more about. If we look at the episodes that get listened to the most often, it's so interesting. The one that has always been the highest was one of my very first actual episodes, but It Didn't Look Like Trauma, episode 1 about attachment, safety, and trauma. That has 53 downloads. That's the highest one. So clearly I need to talk more about that. And then the second highest is one of the Monday Growth Moment episodes from when I was marathon training, of when perfectionism gets in the way of listening to yourself. And then the next highest, and I love this because it's the most recent one, but of 10 ways to make your relationship worse, with my friend and colleague, Megan Seacrest. I would just love your feedback. I make this for you guys. It's just me rambling, and at times it's my soapbox, or just it's what happens when Kristen's thoughts get bottled up too much, or when I go on long runs and I think about things, or I talk about the same thing in therapy multiple times in a week, and I think, you know what, we need to talk about that. But I would love to know the things that you guys would love to hear more about. Yeah, I would absolutely love that feedback, and as long as it's something I feel like I could talk about, which I could talk about most things, I would love to do that. So please, if you feel so inclined to submit something on that form and let me know that. But I just want to say thank you. I want to say thank you for this past year and these 1,000 downloads. And I'm so excited for year number 2. I have no idea where this podcast is going to go. I have no plans of stopping. Y'all just might be with me until I retire, which I'm pretty early in my career, so we've got it for a while. And I'm sure it'll wax and wane over time, but I have no plans on stopping, and as long as people keep downloading and listening, I will keep making it. So I just want to say from the bottom of my heart, thank you to everyone who has listened. Thank you to everyone who has shared this with their friends. Like, that is the best compliment you can give me. That you not only wanted to listen to it, but it resonated with you, so you shared it with a friend. Like that is the best compliment that I can get. And so thank you. Thank you so much for trusting in me, for believing in me. And every time I see these downloads, I get a weekly email sent to me. I get so encouraged when I see how many people are listening. I'm just so excited to, in a year, get back on here and talk about year number 2 and, all that we've done and where everyone has listened from. So thank you. Thank you so much for believing in me. And thank you so much for investing in yourself and for believing that you deserve to heal, to feel better, to do better, to be different. Thank you for believing in yourself, because that's what matters the most. That's what my job is about, is leaving the world in a better place than I found it and helping people be better and more healed and grown than when I first met them. So you all are my podcast family. So just thank you. I don't have any other words, but sincerely, thank you. Now, I have an episode that I recorded. I'm working on editing, and I'll leave you with this little teaser. Now, it did turn into a soapbox rant. I think my longest solo episode is maybe 30 minutes. This one's at 50 minutes. Okay, and I've done a lot of editing. So, just what do you think I could talk about for 15 minutes that would get me on a rant? But yeah, look forward to that. Get your guesses in, leave some comments on the episodes or fill out my Google form and let me know, but keep an eye out on that next podcast episode. And yeah, thank you for everything. I'll save you a seat for next time.